Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come and surf safari with me.
Hey, y'all, come on in and join us.
We're going to have some hot summer days ahead with a little help from 345 Soaps.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to show you King's Pipe from Dua. Here are the scent notes: golden apple accord, dried fruits, dates, figs, plums, spiced amber and cinnamon bark, royal pipe tobacco accord, aged cognac absolute, dark honey drizzle, burnished oud resin, vintage leather armchair accord, sandalwood and smoked cedar, and soft animalic musk.
So, y'all, you know that picture in your head that you just got of what this smells like? You're wrong. This is a Dua original. Nothing about this goes down into a traditional tobacco. It is all done with the lights and spices. It is wild. It smells to me like Pasture Vision from Pasture Pharmacy.
It just has this warm, cozy, spicy vibe. They list it as an amber woody gourmand.
That's it.
There's gourmand in this. It's not something I want to take a bite out of, but it's just a hint at a subtle sweetness that makes you want to smile and not leave that room.
Oh, it is one of my favorite discoveries from Dua this year. And what is our soap today?
We have a hot 345 summer.
Let's meet it! All right, y'all, from the sales page at 345 Soap. Now, they are a little unique in this hobby because they offer a subscription where the subscribers get to help choose the scent, the name, and the artwork. And this is one of those soaps.
The subscriber's choice of the name and art of a fun summer camp theme. However, choosing the scent for this was tough. I wanted to capture the fun of summer camp, but not the over-the-top scents. I went with a nice blend of mahogany forward with middle notes of tangerine to bring in some zest, freshness, and sweet vanilla to bring the whole summer camp together.
Hold on. This is 3 scent notes.
I think so.
And I have no idea how these 3 are going to come together. I mean, I guess tangerine and vanilla would give me a lovely frosty drink at the food court at the mall, but there's something else going on in here, y'all. I think there are some mysteries and wonders for us to discover when we open the box.
This is our 4th one from our last purchase from 345, so you need to let us know what we need to get next
Right.
from them.
1 is indeed the loneliest number, but y'all, look at that label.
Look at that camp.
Is beautiful. Look at everybody down at the old swimming hole. I want to go to there.
I think we're gonna have to bust out our shades so we can go hang out there.
Oh, that's fine. I am perfectly willing to put these on for a first impression.
I kind of want to make you go first for this one.
I will. I was an official counselor at a summer camp in Middleton, California,
There you
so
go.
I am qualified. All right, here we go. Taking it in.
It's a little darker pour, I think. That's fast.
Ah,
Marcus needs a moment, y'all.
y'all, I was expecting mahogany. I was expecting rich, dark woods. Y'all, look at my face. This is not Ron Burgundy. This is an ice cream sundae at your favorite sleepaway summer camp when you were in middle school. They have nailed this one. Hold on. Sweet, creamy, beautifully light, nostalgic sherbet, ice cream, a little fruity. Y'all, the mahogany is there as a brown, sugary spice in the background. I do not get the sense of mahogany wood. This is focused on the gourmands, and this is absolutely gorgeous because it's been elevated into something a bit more sophisticated than even that actual wisp of that orangey tangerine sherbet in your bowl. Something in here makes it wearable. Something in here keeps it soft and creamy in the middle. Not grown up to a Creed level anything. It is still definitively a summer camp smell. Just grown up enough so those surrounding you at the office will not catch on. Wow. Love it. The intensity's a bit on the lighter side, maybe a 2 out of 5.
Okay. So you don't necessarily need to grab a spoon right away, but
I kind of do. No, I kind of do. I'm going to warn you, kind of do. My brain keeps showing me the videos of babies the first time they get a taste of actual ice cream. And if you've been eating nothing but sweet potato your whole life, and then you get some Dreyer's vanilla on your tongue, and those babies go, wait, what? That's what my nose is doing. It's going beyond the gourmand, and when it's finding the sandalwood, when it's finding the mahogany, when it's finding some of those other things that I am sure is in here, it's not arresting the gourmand. It's continuing it on into a whimsical, imaginative place. Ooh. It doesn't, funny, much like the King's Pipe, it doesn't taste like anything specific that I've ever eaten, but it is a gourmand. Something so sweet and friendly that this would smell out of place on a Jackass.
It has a built-in Jackass filter.
That's y'all. That's what this is. Hold on. Seriously, though.
There's no bullies at this camp.
No.
That is funny. We just watched Sleepaway Camp. I don't think any of those kids would smell like this.
Hold on. Y'all, I put up a placard of Sleepaway Camp before we finished it, and then we finished it, and I was like,
oopsie.
I don't know if we should have mentioned that on the show. Because it starts as this like campy, G-rated summer camp movie. The last 20 seconds, they go crying game. Look at my face. Don't watch it with anyone under 35.
Although it was really funny to watch what everyone wore back in the day at summer camp. Just saying.
That's what I love about old campy movies. When they show a kitchen scene, you're going to see those McDonald's glasses that you got with your Happy Meal sitting on the counter. This just has all of the beautiful nostalgia of like brown sugar on a funnel cake. I don't know how better to describe this, but I love that it is based on a summer sleepaway camp, because for me, that's what it smells like. The little refreshment stand next to the lake, next to the arts and crafts building. I am being taken back. All right, I want you to help me out.
Well, it's funny because we had Carnival that had kind of that same kind of fun little thing happening.
Right from 345, American Carnival. Beautiful. And this is a little bit different in how it's doing its sweets, but it does have a little bit of a similar powdered sugar / brown sugar note in there, I think. All right.
Is the sun up like the whole time smelling this?
Y'all, it is 2:30 in the afternoon, to be sure, when you smell this.
So while you're having your ice cream and letting your sunscreen kick back
But it's not too hot outside. This is a Northern California summer camp. Nothing in the triple digits.
Okay. Well, let's see.
90s, maybe.
Oh, okay. So it is gourmandy, but it's got a rich gourmandy side to this.
Rich. That's the word I was looking for. Like a heavy, whipping, sweet cream kind of a thing going on there.
You know, okay, this is a nicer summer camp than I was expecting. It's not falling apart. It's been well taken care of.
No axe murderers at this summer camp, to be sure. You can sleep well through the night.
Like, it's been freshly painted. It has been maintained throughout the year. It's not like the one that you show up for summer and you're like, I hope this holds up for next year. No, the mahogany here adds like a richness to this.
Right.
Okay. It kind of reminds me of the Dirty Dancing summer camp vibe. Like, it's just a little nicer. Like, the dining hall is a little bougier. They have a stage for their performances. Okay.
It's the Poconos.
There's just something a little turned up and a little more mature about this one, okay?
Well, everybody from the tri-state area in the summer used to just empty up into the Poconos, and every comedian who was worth his salt would get a gig for almost the full 3 months at one of those places, or many.
So, there's nights where you dress up for dinner. Right. Like, there's just other things that happen at this camp. It's not just all hanging out at the pool the whole time.
They were like cruise ships that were on land. That's what these places were.
I'm getting that. The mahogany in here is working. So I get more of that vibe. Like, it's not you just ditching the kids at summer camp. Like, we would all be at this camp.
I love that this could smell like the Poconos in the 60s. Absolutely, y'all.
Because there is something with the mahogany-ness that just adds that little richness to it.
Right.
It's, you're still at summer camp, but it doesn't smell like dirt everywhere. There's just something nicer.
No.
We've done rope swing before that kind of had that summer vibe
from
for
Summer
me.
Break Soap.
Yeah, and that one still had that fun, rugged side, but it still smelled like that fresh mountain water. Like, there was something about it that still had the adventure happening. This, I still feel like I can hear some music playing. Like there's, we're taking our time hanging out at this summer camp. It just, you want to indulge in your time here.
You know, it's interesting. I don't think Willy Wonka would smell like chocolate. I don't know. Just in my imagination, he doesn't. I think he would smell like this.
I get it. There's something with the vanilla here that makes it have that powdery sugar thing. I don't quite go creamsicle like I thought I was going to go.
Right.
I like that this has tangerine instead of the orange. Somehow that really helps make this a more memorable summertime.
And I'm putting these on because I'm going to say something controversial. I don't really get the tangerine in there. I get it as something else. What do you get?
Okay, so it's funny. If I hadn't read tangerine, I think I would get a fruity floral.
Right. That's what I'm getting. I go to 1966 for tangerine. I'm not getting that here. I am getting more of a beautiful candied citrus world going on.
I can tell that the sun's out, and I can tell that it's something sweet, and I'm having a good time enjoying it. I don't know if I run right away to get a spoon for Gourmandy Town as much as you.
Right.
There's something sweet about it for sure, but it almost feels like I walked by a stand that had cotton candy or something like that's the dessert hut on that side.
Right.
I just get that kind of a fun thing. But I like that they didn't go coconut. I like that they didn't go the typical summer things, that this has that fun side to it, but it's not a tropical getaway summer.
No, not at all.
I don't think we've ever had mahogany used in this way, though.
Right.
There's something that mahogany adds a depth, a richness to it, but then you put that next to the sweeter vanilla / tangerine brightness, and it really adds a whole different hue. Like I can't tell if this is a sunrise or a sunset, but a good day is ahead. Whether it's just starting for the evening or you just woke up and you ran out of your tent and you're ready for a fun day, this just has fun written in there, an adventure.
My brain is getting the mahogany, not as a wood at all, but as a brown sugar. Ironically, that's where I'm getting the gourmand.
I can see that, though.
Somewhere. Something herby, something beautifully sweet and sugary under the surface of that. Molasses, maybe?
But sometimes you would use rich to use like with a caramel, though.
Right.
So it does work as that same kind of a shift in the scent.
Right. And who would like to head over to the arts and crafts table and make a lather with us? Come along, won't you? Y'all, you can generally tell there's a little vanilla in a soap because it oxidizes with the oxygen. I know it said that on the sales page, but every once in a while we'll open one that's pretty dark and it doesn't list vanilla, but we know. So for our summer soap today, we thought my Saturday morning Haley's Artisan Sprinkles bowl would be appropriate, and these are our bougie sticks from Amazon.com. I'm going to dig a little of this soap out. This is a little bit harder than a McDuff's, but it's still pretty soft. And y'all, if you have this similar bowl, do not push the soap into the honeycomb on the sides. Push it into the little divots on the bottom of the bowl.
Just a little easier to build your lather.
Right. We kind of like to make a flat plane of the soap in the shaving bowl to approximate a tub load in the bowl. And then, this is my Phantom Aerolite brush. The blue on this from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements is an homage to the summer swimming pools that we had growing up, and I had one of those. And a little sun and surf from our Memorial Bougie Sprayer here from Sean and Julie Smaldridge. And y'all, I'm just going to start with this going forwards, going counterclockwise, and then I'm going to push down, see what the backbone has to say, just with the goal of getting that soap loaded onto the bristles of that brush before I introduce the water. And then, once that soap starts getting a little stingy and won't go up on the bristles anymore, turn the brush. There are a ton of those bristles that have not even been introduced to the soap yet, and turning the brush helps them do that. And then after a few spins, I'm going to go down and grab that water and go horizontal with the bowl here.
You didn't have a pool at the summer camp that you were at, right? It was more of a lake or
Yes,
something?
we did.
Oh, okay.
And it was a summer camp for all boys, but the lifeguards that they employed were the only girls at the camp. I'm not saying that was a bad idea, but that was a bad idea.
Can you see these little tent things there? It's like a building in the back with a little canopy poking out.
Right, that's like where they have the campfire.
I want to go hang out there, man.
If you grew up camping in California, every state campground had a little amphitheater that they built, and every evening they would invite all of the campers to a communal campfire. They would tell ghost stories and folk tales. They'd have a big old bonfire going. They'd have trivia contests. It was so fun.
Yeah, I remember there was a talent one time. I think we were in Santa Cruz, and my dad said that his special talent was that he could sneeze like Donald Duck.
I have heard this.
And he won. I forget what we won, but it was like the Banana Slug Award, and we're like, oh. Samuel P. Taylor, maybe? One of those.
Oh, I went to Samuel P. Taylor. Right. Oh, I can tell that many minds went into the creation of this. It is a unique scent and a beautiful one. Y'all, this is something you will only find here on the Barbershop Duet. This is the hot dog on a stick whiff on 3, 1, 2. Oh, yeah. It's there.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
There's no hot dogs. That's not here.
No, that's in Camp Phoenix. But you know what it does? The tangerine is subdued. The vanilla comes out and the mahogany comes out. Now, let's have a grown-up conversation.
Okay.
I got mahogany in here, yes. Tangerine in here, yes. Vanilla in here, yes. The only one that I recognize in any form I've smelled before is the vanilla. Because when I sense the tangerine, I'm like, okay, I can understand that that is tangerine, but that's not the tangerine I'm used to. And I get that it is a mahogany, but it's not the mahogany that I'm used to, especially if you have Burgundy from Sterling Soap Company. It's not that at all.
I think that's the one note that helps me know that this is more like summertime. Like there's just something in it that's helping me know that. Otherwise, I'd feel like this is a year-round scent. So I think just the magic of having, there may be more than those 3 scent notes, but that is all we're given.
Right.
But it's how they're interacting. Like I think that the tangerine is kind of the middle zone for me. Then it switches into the mahogany side and it keeps it from not getting too dark. And then the vanilla and that kind of part in there just adds a little more fun to it.
Right.
And it is got that gourmandy note, but then as soon as my brain tries to figure out, is this gourmandy? Then it's like, no, this is this cool, rich, kind of woodsy kind of thing.
That's it. And I know it's summer because around here, you don't have a lot of florals in the summer. The grasses take over, the herbs take over, the spices take over, the woods take over. So I love that that's what they've used in here. The fruits, the woods, the spices. There's not a floral in here to be found with 2 hands and a flashlight, and yet it's got a beautiful, delicate balance as if there were.
Speaking of flashlights, we should take this a little bit deeper into the woods.
I'm with you. Let's go see if we can find a Sasquatch.
We do not have a splash, but I have a feeling in the splash on the dry down, I think the tangerine might have more say in what we were getting off that final whiff.
The tangerine is what's almost becoming floral in here, and then at the very end, it sort of becomes sandy and rocky. There's a lot going on in here, y'all.
You know, it makes me want to go buy a big old bag of tangerines now, because I think I always get the mandarin oranges. I don't think I always get the tangerine.
We had this guy at my summer camp named Pat. He kind of helped run the place. And he had this ghost story he had made up about an old lady in a wheelchair. And what she would do is she would come into the cabin at night looking for her grandson and go to each bed and check to see if you were the one she was looking for. It was petrifying. Well, fast forward a few years after that mythology had really taken hold, and there was an accident. Nobody was hurt, but there was an accident on the highway that ran past the camp, and one of the cars had run off the road. Well, Pat went to the cops, who he knew really well, and he said, would you do me a favor and help me scare the crap out of all of these campers? In your loudest stage whisper, would you come into camp with me and tell me that the car ran off the freeway because it was trying to avoid an old lady in a wheelchair? And the cops did. And the campers lost their minds.
How much more of the camp session was there left after that? It's like a week thing?
Half of them went home.
Maybe Pat took it a little too far.
There was another summer where they brought him up to the softball field to have like a night out under the stars.
Right.
And then they had Henry come over in his best stage whisper and say, hey, a lunatic from the Napa State Hospital just escaped and he was heading this way. They say he's probably armed and dangerous. Keep the kids low to the ground. I'm going to be over there on top of the pickup truck with a shotgun.
Life was different back in the day.
Pat got his ass sued.
Fun can go a little too far.
But y'all, it was awesome! I mean, come on, what do you really want to hear? The old guy with the hook story? Nah.
Well, it did end better than the summer camp movie we watched.
That's for sure. I am loving how this doesn't even need to prove itself, y'all. Nothing about this is pokey. None of these scent notes is jumping out of the balance. The balance is perfect.
Okay, I just had a flashback, though. If you wanted to wear this to go to a Broadway show, you totally could.
100% dapper, masculine, understated.
Fun.
All of those rich spices are not jumping up to grab your nose.
No.
Perfect.
It's fun because it doesn't get too dark. The mahogany's there. And then it doesn't get too sweet with the vanilla, and it doesn't get too fun with the tangerine. Like it's like the perfect trifecta. They just keep bouncing back and forth.
I don't think I'd be out of line to say this is in the Aqua di Gio lane of things.
I'm with you.
Beautiful. And an original scent.
Heck yeah.
And y'all, we love watching our Mark Zarati do his shaves and our Monday morning mailbag. We don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet. But y'all, we thought you might like to see what one of the best bases in the business looks like when it coats and covers a moneymaker. Look at that. Smooth, beautiful, protective.
There's a fun masculine side with that mahogany that I just wasn't expecting, which makes this even more fun.
Well, I love and am a bit fascinated by guys who are absolutely masculine, but who are also absolutely kind.
Yep.
Mr. Rogers, LeVar Burton. That's what this is doing.
It is.
Absolutely kind, absolutely friendly, but absolutely masculine at the same time.
It's interesting because I feel like there are those memorable summer camp counselors that kids only see during the summer. And there's something about growing up and thinking back to that one summer, one conversation with that helpful dude or whatever. Right. And it really does leave a mark on how you're raised. Like those counselors mean a lot to these kids for that whole time that they're there.
We had one little boy that was from Germany for the entire 8 weeks. Wow. And they kind of told us, you kind of need to be his family during this time. Like, be his brothers, be his dad. Like, he's going to need you guys. And we were. He was the sweetest little guy.
I wonder what happened to him.
I know. I think about him from time to time.
But I feel like we had those fun moments helping little kids. Right. And even as like teenagers, it made you really step back and look at how important those years were.
Right.
And that you were a part of that. Like there is something different about being in charge of a bunch of little kids. I did that at Girl Scout camp. I did Bible camp. Like there's just a lot of phases of my life where I was like all of a sudden running crafts. And there's these little kids that I'm like, how do I get these cats on fire to sit still with a glue gun? But you get there and it means something to them. Like they all look back with fond memories.
And this somehow not only captures all of that fun, but all of the comfort of the nostalgia as you look back at it. Those are both in here equally. Hold on, I'm going to take this off my face. All right. Equally at home in the Redwoods and the food court at the mall, I think.
It's interesting. After that reading of the sales page, I really thought it was going to be more of like a creamsicle thing with a little woodsy hit. And we have some creamsicle ones that have woods in them that are totally that lane. But this is different. So don't think that if you know creamsicles with a little woods in there, like somehow this is a totally different side of it.
The magic in this really does go deep.
And with only 3 cent notes, I don't know how they did it.
Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Sarah Silverman's dad, who was a counselor at his sleepaway camp when he was a teenager. He's going to be given a checklist for each counselor. And at the bottom, it's going to say bathroom visit L/H. And he's not going to know exactly what that means. So he's going to assume, since it's next to bathroom visit, that it means loose or hard. And he's going to check with every camper for 2 weeks to see if their bathroom visit was loose or hard. Well, it turns out it meant let her home, and he got his own. So head over to 345soap.com to check out this and a wide range of other cool stuff. Well, I have had my shave, y'all, with Hot 345 Summer. Listen, across the bay is Davies Symphony Hall. Beautiful classical music, tons of notes, dozens of instruments. It's beautiful. But it doesn't sell out the way the ZZ Top tribute band does at the Warfield. There is something about 3 or 4 cent notes where you can really hear the guitar, the bass, the drums, the keys. Hear notes you know and how they go together. And that's what's happening here and why I love this one so much. And y'all, 345, the bass is just outstanding. We are such fans and we will be back. Welcome to Messages.
So for our June giveaway, and to help celebrate the 5th anniversary of the online sales for Pasture Pharmacy, we wanted to give you a chance to give $25 to Pasture Pharmacy.
You might even want to get Consigliere, the 345 collab, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on our first July episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
I love how sweet and friendly this is. I was totally expecting this to have some citrusy pokies or some woody spices in there, but It doesn't. It is just a calm sea and a clear sky.
It is making me excited for summer. I have to say,
Right.
The title is working, y'all. I don't know what part of it, maybe more the tangerine side, but yes.
Smells like a cool California morning.
Oh, maybe,
Because
yeah.
the triple digits don't hit until 2 or 3 around here, so that's what it kind of smells like for me.
Yeah, so I think it is more of a sunrise. I couldn't decide earlier, but I think just you step out of your cabin and the sun is just coming up. It's not quite hot, but it's cool enough that you don't have to put all your sweats and sweatshirts and everything on to go to the mess hall to get breakfast.
And hey, 345 soap. From your labels, to your base, to your scents, to your whimsy. Something amazing has been happening over there this year, and we are so excited to be a part of it.
We really are. I can't wait to see what we get next from them. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.